a set. Quite on a set. To our episode tonight, Bullet. Oh my gosh. Oh. Shucks, we run out of canvases. Dad burn it. May have to actually train.
You weren't the only one that was going shoot around out of canvases. I'm sure Vince would have loved to get more canvases out those doors.
And we just sent a bunch. Wow, that's the wildest thing.
They go through them. They go through them.
I'm got a lot of outlaw promoters that need those old ones.
Please.
Keep it that.
We need some more 20-foot ring. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the mission of Dad. You don't work, you wrestle. You hear the claps. You know what time it is. George, how was your week?
Bullet, I had 6 Mountain Dews on the way over here. Bullet, I'm in a very, very good mood tonight.
I can tell by the claps.
Bullet, I don't actually know why, because once we start talking about wrestling, I get all depressed, but that's beside the point. So, had a great, great week. Bullet, I want to thank you very much. Bullet, had a great week. We were up in Tarboro, North Carolina. Dad, you don't work, you wrestle. Had a great big 2-day event, Bullet, and what's so amazing is these little towns like that don't get much wrestling. So, you always talk about it. It's makes a world of difference when they're glad you're there, if that makes sense, Bullet. So,
as opposed to running you out of town.
That's exactly right. When you mention wrestling, they pull the shade, and shut the street down.
But they tell you a story about how somebody got set on fire and then tried to play peekaboo with their granddaughter.
Exactly.
Or whatever,
That's exactly right. Put somebody's head through the sheetrock of a brand new gymnasium. They usually start those depressing stories and we finish them. We usually. But this time was a little bit different. Friday night, downtown Tarboro. Of course, it was Halloween. Had a great, great event. The Piggly Wiggly. Everybody kind of laughed at me when we booked it, but when we put 250 people in the Piggly Wiggly parking lot, nobody was laughing, boy. So just a great, great time. The ring set right up there. The weather was great. Gave away over 200 bags of trick-or-treat stuff for the kids and free hot dogs, free drinks. Had a great, great event. Had Boogie there, of course, Bobby Fulton, all those guys. And then, of course, we all stayed over. And then the big event was at Piney Grove Baptist Church. And what was so amazing about this, I even had some of the wrestlers, believe it or not, maybe we'll mention their names later, that could not find this place. That was their word to mine. That's what they told me. But what was so amazing about that, Piney Grove Baptist Church was located on Piney Grove Baptist Church Road. Okay, Bullet? So don't blame that on GPS or anything else. I can't get it no easier than that. Okay, Bullet? So, anyway.
It's like driving on Statesville Road and wondering if you're going to make the state.
That's exactly. Old Charlotte Highway may lead you to Charlotte, you stupid wrestler. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing, Bullet. That's going to come out later here in this episode.
Is it now?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, it is. But anyway, before we get there, Bullet, had a great time. Over 300 people in this beautiful church here. It was all scheduled outside. I got to meet the famous, I don't care if it was a real one or not the Batmobile, which we love, but I got to meet the General Lee. He's a big fan of the show, the General Lee.
The General Lee car.
He's a big fan of the show, Bullet. Got a picture made with him. Of course,
now, is it the same one that was there at the ice cream parlor? Or
I think it was.
Or was it the same one that pulled up next to it?
That looked better than the one that they paid $20,000 from.
Yes.
To come in from Hollywood. The guy lived down the street. I'll never forget that, Bullet, and I had one. This may have been the one that lived down the street. Of course, everybody there, as I was getting my picture with the second greatest book ever written with General Lee, everybody's yelling.
Unless you can pull off a fingerprint from Tom Wopat, I don't believe
That's exactly right. And everybody yelling at me, that's not the real one. Like I care. I just want a picture with the General Lee. But he let me know that he's a big fan of our TV show, Bullet.
The car did.
Yeah, the car did.
Okay.
And he's the only one I got along with in that town, let me tell you, compared to the wrestlers. But anyway, had a great time there. It was all scheduled to be outside. Outdoor event. Bullet had all the jump up, balloon rides, everything. The weather came in. It got real, real cold. So in a split second, we decided, and we had a steel cage as the main event that night. We decided last minute we moved everything indoors to this beautiful church, Bullet, and it was just, oh man, it's just such a blessing that the ring fit in there. Still got 300 people in there, plus the steel cage still fit. So it was amazing. We turned that whole fellowship hall.
You impressed me.
Oh,
You've
buddy,
impressed me.
I don't know how it fit.
Those people probably weren't that impressed by that,
man.
but I'm impressed by that.
Listen, I'm telling you, and all that fit right in there. We turned that fellowship hall at Piney Grove Baptist Church into the Sportatorium in a split second, Bullet, in a split second. So had a great, great event there, Bullet. Everybody was very, very happy. Of course, I stayed over. They're probably tired of me in that town, but I stayed over for the 2 days and actually got to speak in the 2 churches that morning. So just a great, great 2 days, Bullet, as far as that is concerned. So just want to thank all of our sponsors, everybody that got involved with that, and it was just a great, great outreach. That was about the 5th time that we've done like a Halloween Havoc in that area. So right now, things are good. So, but that could change as soon as we pull up our idiot bag in just a little bit. So, with all that being said, I had a great week, Bullet. I want to thank you for that. I did very, very well with my book. I want to thank you for that. I got another case ordered, and it will be coming in this week for this coming weekend. And if the snow holds off, because we had some bad weather there towards the very end of last week, Bullet.
We did.
With all that being said, this Saturday I'll be headed back up to our favorite place, West Virginia Championship Wrestling. I know I'm stretching it, Bullet. I know I'm stretching, but I've only got one show this week, so it's kind of scarce. So I got to put them over, so I at least get one booking out of the week. So anyway. But Michael Hayes told me one time, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I've always remembered. I don't know what it meant, but I always remember that. But anyway, I'm going to West Virginia.
Said by the guy who walked out on WWF.
So I'm going to West Virginia, Bullet. If the snow, right now everything's fine. So if the blizzard don't come in, then I'll still be headed up to West Virginia. So that's where I'm headed this coming Saturday, West Virginia Championship Wrestling, Princeton, West Virginia. Excuse me, Recreation Center. I was trying to think of the building, but be right there this coming Saturday. So book's going, I'm going too. So,
well, I will be going a little further north as well. I will be going to New York City for the big event. I will be fighting my way in and fighting my way out like Snake Plissken. And then doing a show in the upstate New York area, I believe in Monticello or Monticello. I don't know how you pronounce it up there, but I will be
big convention, right?
Yeah, big convention.
Big.
Yes,
big.
Yeah, big.
Now, is that too? That's Saturday and Sunday, or the whole weekend?
It'll be just that morning. We'll have just enough time to do the convention, hit the road, make it to the other show, do the show, and then we're going to head on back home.
Okay,
so
very good.
That's pretty much what we got planned. But I'm going to be taking off Thursday night, driving through the night, and then we're going to be filming some interviews on Friday. So.
Oh, wow. Highway Run, Bullet. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. So we've got a busy weekend, Bullet. And with all that being said here, I know we had to do some extra work here tonight. I got a lot of students here waiting to get beat up, so we're going to jump right into that. But before we do, Bullet, my favorite part of our TV show, if you don't mind, will be our annual.
Smith bag.
Yes, it will. Bullet, for this episode, and we're closing in. I don't want to jinx nothing, but we're very close in on that record that nobody thought we would.
That mystical 100 episodes.
Yes,
it's like 5,000 hits. When it comes to YouTube shows.
Oh, Bullet, I'm telling you right now, and my all-time favorite show, Gunsmoke, back in the day, has got the all-time world record.
For now, until Special Victims Unit.
So we're closing in. So just want to put that out there, Bullet. We are closing in, and for you should get a Congressional Medal of Honor for having to put up with me for close to 100 episodes. So that's another story for another time. Bullet, this week, Bullet, I get on here and we have a lot of fun and stuff like that, and I'm going to have fun with this. But Bullet, what I'm trying to do before I finally retire, okay, Bullet, is actually
get forced out.
Get forced out is actually do a wrestling event without wrestlers. Okay? Because what I'm going to do here tonight, and I'm looking right in the camera, professional wrestlers are basically idiots. I'm just going to tell you that, Bullet, right now. They are stupid, and I'm talking about ones that have been doing it for a long, long time and should know better. So, for instance, if I call you and I try to book you, which I do, you go into some of these shows, and here's what I'm thinking about the fans, Bullet. But anyway, I try to please them because everybody had a favorite wrestler at one time, and they try to relive, just like me and my 80s music. They try to relive the 1980s and all these and they try to relive that moment with their kids that they had with these guys, and I try to make that happen. So anyway, if I call you at your home and I book you and you're sitting in the comfort of your house and we agree on something, a price or whatever, then, see, at that time is what I'm getting at here. You have a right then to tell me no. You have a right then to tell me to go jump in the lake. You have a right then to hang up on me. But you do not have a right, stupid wrestler, to agree to come to my event, okay? And everything's fine. And then get to my event, Bullet, okay? And first night, everything's fine. Everything's fine. You make money. Everybody's happy. We feed you. You sleep. Everything else. The next day, half the day, everything's fine. And then right before the event, you start questioning stuff. And that's when, so this week, I'm basically, Bullet, going to throw every professional wrestler, except a few, into the idiot bag.
Okay.
Because, and it's getting, but if I could have found one, we need a bag with wheels on it with the little handle. But we don't have one.
Well, we might as well throw Jesse Ventura in.
Jesse Ventura, that's exactly right.
We'll throw Sting in.
We'll throw Sting in.
We'll throw Sting in.
Yeah, and I'm going to put Hillbilly Jim just because we got so many of them. Okay?
We got to do the Butcher in here now.
And Hillbilly Jim only because we got about They must make about 4,000 of these.
Yeah,
but anyway,
put him
everybody's
in
got a hillbilly
there.
Jim.
All in the idiot bag.
All in the idiot bag this week, all because of the one guy this past weekend that actually confronted me on why their music was playing on his way to the ring and decided to make a choice to not go to the ring. Okay, to not go to the ring, and I won't get in all that details, but he throwed away 30 years of friendship, Bullet, because that's it. Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle is done, and it was a very, very stupid decision, Bullet, because it not only hurt that individual, but it hurt the whole show. You had a lot of people on there that are depending on maybe getting that booking again next year, Bullet. You know that. We always try to go and get invited back. So it was just very unprofessional the way it was done. Everything was fine. For the last 2 days, I've been listening to the sponsors that don't understand anything, and bless their heart, they're right. This individual was there for a day and a half. Everything was fine. He made money from the fans selling his stuff, but then when it came time to go to work, he just left, and so it was very poor taste. Bullet. It just I spent 40 years in this business trying to tell people that wrestlers are not that bad. I have lied. Okay, Bullet, I have lied for 40 years. You hear me? Wrestlers are the biggest idiots I've ever met in my life. If you give them a bowl of ice cream, they'd destroy the world with it. I'm telling you, Bullet. Ain't that something? They would destroy the world with that bowl of ice cream. So, I'm hot because you work 6 months. Boy, I worked 6 months on this show. And if you can't, here's the thing that aggravates me. If you agree to come and I advertise you and put your name and stuff on my pit, and I know things happen and you can't come, but I don't understand. There never was a code of honor in wrestling, and they sure as heck ain't now. Bullet, they sure as heck ain't now. So, with all that being said, I feel much better, Bullet. I will not change the fact that pro wrestlers are a bunch of idiots, and I'm going to, before I done figured out how to do a show without a wrestling ring, pretty soon I'm going to learn how to do one without wrestlers. So, with all that being said, the idiot bag is full. All these represent the one idiot from this past weekend. So, with all that being said, Bullet, I feel a lot better. Thank you for the therapy, Bob Newhart. Okay? That shows my age too, don't it?
Wow, that's
I
a
love
deep
Bob
cut
Newhart.
right there.
Man, that's deep. But it just, you work 6 months, 8 months on the show, Bullet. You put everything you got into it, and you just, it ain't hard. It is not hard. And then to have one individual make a decision that he thought was right, but screwed up the whole event, Bullet. And but as Dusty Rhodes' famous words, I still made chicken salad out of chicken poop, Bullet, and it worked. So, with all that being said, pro wrestlers will go in the idiot bag this week. I don't like any of them. So,
good thing Eddie Gilbert said it's all right to burn a bridge every once in a while.
That's right. That's what Eddie Gilbert told me. Man, if they think they can draw money with you, burn a bridge. Burn a bridge. Way to go, Eddie Gilbert. Dad, burn it. I'm proud of him for burning every one of them bridges. I'm gonna start
if you're good, they'll just call you back.
Yeah, that's exactly right. If they think they can make money with you, they'll just call you. That is so true. That is so true. So, feel so much better to get that off my chest. Thank you, Bull.
Well, that's good. And also, too, like, if I was ever write a book, it would be called Wrestlers Are Idiots. But if George South was to write a book, it would be called Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. And it is available at highspots.com.
Yes. Thank you, Bullet. Good show. Thank you. Very good, Bullet. I need to get that off my chest, okay? I thought instead of texting you at 3 a.m. and Mrs. Bullet, lowering the boom on me, I'll just save it for the TV show.
Yeah.
Bullet.
Just like Oprah.